Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
What up? Big Herc 916, getting down with a Prison Talk. Make sure you guys subscribe, share the channel. Always keep you laced up. I'm always bringing you guys real game, and we gotta somehow shift these algorithms because these people, man, they got us stuck at 560,000 subscribers, man, for the last 2 years. Dirty game, man, but we keep putting out videos and I'm gonna keep it pushing, man. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. We get to 1 million, we're gonna do a big giveaway. So support and share the channel. This is a crazy story and I just heard about it today, so I figure I'd share it with you guys. California man accused of beheading woman with a sword. Yeah, you heard that correct. Somebody beheaded a woman with a sword. A California man was arrested for murder Thursday after he allegedly cut off a woman's head with a sword, authorities said. Deputies from San Mateo County Sheriff's Office found the victim dead around 11:50 a.m. in San Carlos after being flagged down by a witness, law enforcement sources told KNTV. Her head had been chopped off by a sword, the sources told local outlet. The suspect, whose name wasn't immediately released, knew the victim, but their exact relationship wasn't clear, the report said. He was taken into custody after return to the scene. San Mateo County Sheriff's Office Lieutenant Eamon Allen said during the afternoon media briefing that a stabbing instrument had been used without specifying what kind, according to the outlet. He did not provide additional details. Anytime someone loses their life, it's certainly a tragedy, Allen told reporters at press conference. As for the shocking nature of it, I do know that the deputies that first arrived on scene were a little beset by the scene. We are providing them peer support. We are also providing support for witnesses that were on the scene as well, because there were several civilian witnesses. Authorities said the incident seemed to be isolated and that there were no threat to the community. Now, I don't know if there's other information leading up to this as far as who the guy was and what the relationship was. I'm looking at another story right here. I guess she lived with her 2 children and was beheaded in the street not far from where she lived. Oh man, this is pretty crazy, man. I tell you, I don't know if it's an estranged boyfriend or what. I mean, there'll probably be more information coming out soon, but I tell you guys, man, these, you get involved in relationships, you get some of these people, man, and they crazy, man. They are crazy. So you have to, you have to protect yourself, be conscious, and just really, man, look out, because people nowadays, and even before, man, people, a lot of people can't handle breakups. They can't handle separations. They say, oh, I just want to talk. And, man, they'll take your life and in theirs too. I mean, they don't care, man. It's just crazy, some of these relationships. I tell you, man, these relationships nowadays is crazy, man, and people go through some extremes. I mean, it's an older story, but you have here ex-NFL player Kevin Ware allegedly buried corpse of missing ex-girlfriend Taylor Pomaski, report says. Ex-NFL player Kevin Ware Jr. indicted for the murder of Taylor Pomaski in July, 15 months after she vanished. The former NFL player who was charged with the murder of his ex-girlfriend about 15 months after she vanished allegedly burned her body after killing her, according to the court documents released Wednesday. Kevin Ware, former tight end of the San Francisco 49ers, was out on bail for unrelated charge when his ex-girlfriend, 29-year-old Taylor Pomaski, went missing on April 25, 2021 after a party at her Texas home. Newly released court documents cited by KPRC-TV allege that Ware Jr. killed Pomaski, then burned her corpse after burying the remains. A body wasn't found until December 2021, 9 months after her disappearance, and was not positively identified as Pomaski until April 29, 2022, Fox 5 NY reported. Man, I'm telling you, these people are crazy, man. These relationships, man. It's like, let a person free if they want to be free. Why you gotta take their life? Go about your own way. If you want to do something to yourself, go do it. Leave these people alone, though. You ain't got to do something to them and then, let them be. Why would you want to take somebody's life because they don't want to be with you or you don't like them? It's so stupid, man. And, I tell you, man, a lot of people think they slick. They don't realize that DNA evidence, technology, people are going to find out. I mean, you have one guy with a damn sword and you have this dude burning the body and then burying it. It's like, dude, these relationships, I tell you guys, be careful. Watch who you decide to invite into your life. And, it doesn't even matter if a person's a professional. I mean, this guy was a professional NFL player and he's still, he's accused of, murdering her and burning her up and then burying the body. I mean, dude, it gets no crazier than that. So, I've talked about on live streams about relationships. I just talked about the IG model who stabbed her boyfriend to death. These relationships, you got jealousy, you got people with a lot of insecurities. You got to be careful, man. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in one of these situations and compromise yourself, man. There was just another situation where I seen the guy was banging on the parents' door, and they told him to leave. And first he rang the doorbell a bunch of times. Then he started pulling on the door, and then they told him, "Man, stop it!" And he was trying to break in the house. They shot him through the door. And the other family is upset. But I'm like, dude, what do you do when what do? You let him come in the house and try to wrestle with him? You try to get him in the head. I mean, why would you put yourself in? You don't know if he had a gun, a knife. I mean, if somebody's telling me to leave, I'm leaving. Why would you try to open somebody's door against their will? It's locked and they say they got a gun. You got to be a damn fool, man. You got to be a damn fool. But some of these people are psychotic when it comes to separation, relationships, and they're already on some depression type shit or some medication shit, and it's this bad combination, man. Be safe out there if you're having relationships. Be safe when you get involved with certain people, and man, it's not worth it to take your life or somebody else's life because they break up with you or don't want to be with you. Just go about your way and go bust some other cheeks, man. Big Herc 916.
Stop walking around with a crusty butt, smelly ball sack, and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said, wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at freshoutseries.com.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at freshoutseries.com.